Life hasn't been very kind. I've always been a bit more introverted, and for some reason, I haven't found any lifelong friends yet aside from my 2 male friends. My female friends tend to stick with me for about a year or two, and they then disappear. I feel like I must be the common denominator, which makes me afraid to try to make new friends. My mom just passed away 6 months ago, and today I'm sitting on my couch after a painful abortion. The dad ghosted me after taking me to my appointment and buying me lunch, but not before he had sex with me again that same day. Very vulnerable. Work remotely. Alone. I don't know if I'll feel better once I start socializing in yoga class again, but I just have this deep sadness that I carry with me still, and I'm having difficulty opening up after all this pain. Is there any hope? Yes, there is hope. And sure, you might be the common denominator, but it could just be that your friend picker doesn't work well, not that there's a problem with you. How much have you looked into those past relationships to figure out what went wrong? Do you want help with that? And I'm so sorry about all that you're going through. Hang in there. Yes, there's hope. But from the sound of your post history, you need to be your own friend first. I would recommend therapy if you can afford it. I definitely recommend therapy. I also recommend reading Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. It was written by an Austrian psychologist after his time in Auschwitz. His premise: there are situations in life we cannot control, but we can choose how to react. Happiness is a choice, even though when in the pits of despair it can be hard to realize that. I'm a combat veteran. I hid for many years from everyone I served with. I've lost to many of them due to suicide, and I was tired of seeing everyone die, so I hid. COVID and PTSD made me distrust everyone, and staying home became a standard for me. But recently I got back on social media and found some of the people I served with. Turns out I lost another one on July 4th. One of the guys I served with kept asking me to go to the funeral. I made excuses, but eventually I broke and decided to go. I hid my PTSD from everyone for years, but during the trip it turned out all of us were suffering from PTSD, and I wasn't alone at all. I was a medic, so I always look at the guys as my little brothers. It was a difficult weekend, but was so worth it. Point is, I thought I was alone for so many years, and that no one understands, but I was wrong. You're not alone. Don't suffer in silence. You play Destiny 2 or Genshin? Maybe some Minecraft? I'd be down to hang WU to see if we can be friends. I used to have no friends from the ages of 20 through 23. I browsed image boards and watched anime a lot. I first met my group of friends when I created a fake profile and started interacting in a group about anime. We have been friends for 5 years now. They like me, even though I'm hard to deal with. They haven't abandoned me. My tip would be to find something you like and join a group. It can be on Facebook, Telegram, Reddit, or even in real life. Card and tabletop games are good because they foster interaction. There are also friend-making apps like Paddock which allow you to meet people. You can do it. Edit. I'm also available in case you want to talk. DM me. Online groups have definitely been the best outlet for me, even before 2020. I know it's not the same as knowing people locally, but it's still valuable. I've met and maintained some long friendships online, decades in some cases, something I find way harder in the flesh. You had sex with your ex the same day you had an abortion? The fuck? Yeah, he wanted to, so I'll let him. I second the idea of going to therapy. In my experience, most people I've met who have friends constantly disappearing are doing something to push people away, so I would try to understand what it is, which may be difficult. And yes, you might be neurodivergent. It's possible you're doing something that's not perceived well socially. Have you tried reaching out to your old friends to catch up or talk about why you're not close anymore? Did you actually put effort into those friendships? Or by disappear, do you mean they stopped reaching out as much and you didn't make an effort to keep the friendship going? Hi there. I'm sorry to hear how things have been for you. Just writing to say that I've never really had meaningful friendships outside of my GF. I've especially found it hard to make male friends. I'm in my 40s now and am making steps towards building new friendships with some guys I know. It has been a really rewarding experience and I think it is possible, but it takes work. I personally have been in your position before. After some serious losses, ugly divorce and other life issues, I lost all my friends. It is hard starting from the bottom. There is hope because from here, anything you do is a step upward. The issue I struggled with was actually deciding the direction I wanted to go. I got bogged down by having too many choices and this crippling fear I was just going to F*** up again. I finally got to the point where I would only focus on one or two things at a time. Went to counseling to help give me tools on things I wanted to fix emotionally and or physically. Don't look at the big picture so much, one thing at a time. You will come back from this stronger than before. DM if you want, always available to chat. I don't have any advice, but I would love to be your friend. You know, at times when I have intrusive thoughts like this, I like to remind myself of something. That when people talk about how special and unique anyone is, they're lying. There's like 8 billion people in the world now. There isn't a single unique thought or circumstance left. So chin up, there's plenty of people out there just like you to make friends with. You just have to take the first step. Let's be friends. If and when you do decide to open up, do it slowly. People, especially when they got a lot of baggage, tend to open it up all at once with new friends, and sometimes, a lot of times, it can scare people off. Let the relationship develop thoroughly before you open up with everything. A few things you said made me wonder if you may have ADHD. You might want to look at the symptoms for women and see if it sounds like you. I'm an introvert. The last good friend I made was at work. I tried to listen to my podcast on lunch, but she kept sitting at my table and chatting. You are going to have to leave the house to make friends. Join a women's sports team, book club, hiking, a new hobby or career meetup group. ADHD, or maybe even autism, there are so many overlapping characteristics. That guy sounds scummy and disgusting, pressuring you for sex the day you had an abortion. I'm really sorry you're having a hard time. I'd recommend some therapy like all other commenters, and then you could check online for some women-only friendship pages in your area. That really helped me. I have no advice. I'm just so sorry you're going through this. Your ex is S*** by the way. No reflection on you. Take care, sister. 3. Yeah, figured out even more dirt on him after we split. He has a pending second-degree domestic violence charge, and he was supposed to be wearing an ankle monitor, which he hasn't been. He's probably going down very soon. I'm currently reading The Girl on the Train and I can kinda feel what you're feeling. Hope it'll become better soon, and you'll have a bunch of friends, maybe to the point that you'll become annoyed. Yo. Therapy. Yes. February 2021, I had fled a relationship that went from weird to threat to kill. I got placed on an island where I knew no one, and there was a covered lockdown. I went a month while having serious PTSD, not speaking to another. Isolated in a small flat on a small island in Scotland. Roll on 18 months later. My PTSD has been deemed cured by my therapist. I have actually made actual friends. They are as masked and crackers as me, but they are there. Okay, how do you do? A shed load of therapy, hard work understanding yourself, and in my case accepting I'm in some probably got enough autism traits to make diagnosis, or at least enough that I get out your bag men and not spot red flags. So for now I have decided to be single. Join lots of clubs, make conversation with anyone that will listen. I follow a script to start and then see where the conversation goes. Go to same gym at the same time, use the sauna and you meet the same people. Apply same logic to bars, park benches. That is my hack for making friends. Get a dog if it helps. Got to the dog park the same every day. The way to make more friends is to be interesting to talk to and hang with. It sounds like you mostly relate to guys. Nothing wrong with that, but if you want to expand your friends to include women, you'll have to be able to converse in things they are interested in. If you have female family, mother, aunts, female cousins, sisters, members, find out what they talk about. Become well versed on those things. Find out if the things you are of interest in is something they talk about. The other thing you could try, and frankly I'm not sure it would work with women. Butao said you had female friends, but they kinda flaked out. So, ask them why. Ask the last one first. Try it like this: hey Jay, I've been missing talking to you. I've noticed that a lot of my GF kinda break off from me after a while. Do I put off some kind of bad vibe or something? Is there something I can do to be a better friend? In other words, the direct approach. Can I be your friend? My advice would be learning to enjoy your own company. Find hobbies you can enjoy by yourself. It's almost impossible to make friends as an adult, and as a vast majority of people are awful, you're better off without them. There is hope, even when you think there's none. There's always something. Always welcome to DM directly. I always make time for people that reach out. Discord groups / Twitch chat works very well as well. You can give them a try. There is hope. I never made many friends. Some of them have with time and distance gone from friends to acquaintances. Covered was and still is a kick in the guts as the few friends I had managed to keep feel like they are also slipping away. But Covered has also been a blessing. I found some good people online, and while they are likely people I'll never meet in person due to living at the end of the world, NZ, they are also people who I think of as friends. We talk often, share our lives, and enjoy the time we share with our shared hobbies.